Welcome back to College Football, episode 41. We just had the best offense we've ever been able to put together. We got a playoff round victory, but then we came up against the eventual national champion in that second round and couldn't quite get past him. So what's our chances for next year? Well, we have a number of guys that are looking to leave a lot because of playing time, because we have so much quality, and a number that are projected to be in the draft. There's a lot of guys here at 90 plus, but we do have a chance to hang on to some of them. Egbule. Oh, I thought I'd get one more year of Egbule. Well, I knew he was a 94, but I was hoping for that junior year. We do have a small chance. We'll give it a shot. It failed. He's leaving. We do have a 5-star quarterback coming in, and we are able to hang on to these couple of guys at least. Yes, we are. That's good. Well, the others have all failed, but at least we're able to keep 2 players. As for graduating, we've got a 92 wide receiver, a 96 corner, a 94 wide receiver, our 92 punter, 93 right guard, 97 left edge, 93 left tackle. Plenty of talent is leaving, but I think we have the ability to consistently retool now. But here's the thing. F this game. I'm so over the treatment of the human player compared to the AI. We see a program like Ohio State show up in the playoff for the first time in like 20 years, and they're still 4 stars. We make the playoff every single year. We go undefeated in recent years over and over and over again until we take a loss in the playoff. It still will not give us that 4th star of prestige, which they took away from us through no fault of our own. We haven't done anything wrong to lose that half star. We've done everything right to earn that half star and more. We should be pushing towards 4.5 at this point. We are one of the most consistent teams in the nation. Top 10 every freaking year. 11th at worst. Bar a single season in the last 15. And yet, we're still just a 3.5 star program. I think regardless, this is going to be it, folks. This is going to be almost certainly the last season. I'm done playing this game. We've got a 99 overall, and yet we can't get prestige, and we make the playoff every year. I don't know. I'm actually tempted this season as we get 3 first rounders and 8 draftees overall. All of them a 92 or better. Egbule only a 3rd round pick. The best quarterback in the nation this last year. The guy who nearly won the Heisman. And he's only a 3rd round pick as a sophomore. Young guy coming up. You think he would have gone a bit higher. You think he would have been a 1st round or at least a 2nd round. But anyway, maybe this is the season where I get right down to the playoff. Hopefully undefeated at that point. Turn the difficulty level down. And go play it myself. Make it winnable. And just go finish it off. And get our championship. I'm thinking about it. You're not going to get a chance to comment ahead of time and let me know, because as I mentioned an episode or 2 back, I am well ahead of recording schedule here. By time you're watching this one, EU5 and FM26 full version are already released, and I'm playing and recording and releasing those episodes. This series will be done by that point. I will be done recording, but I'm tempted to do that. I'm letting you know right now. We'll see if we go through with it. As we begin the off-season recruiting, we have 5 5-star recruits. So we've got a fantastic start already to a potential number 1 overall class. Quarterback, 5th in the nation. Corner, 17th in the nation. Wide receivers, 25th. Left edge is 22nd. And this athlete, who is a halfback, I believe, expected to be, is 20th. The 4 stars bring us down to 12th. where we then get into the guys that are still in contention. We've missed out on this free safety, which means I have 0 secondary guys outside of our 5-star corner. Not one of them has signed at this point. We are close to a signature here, not here, but we've got a great chance at it now. As long as they focus on some transfer recruits. We do have this wide receiver. We've missed out on this halfback over the course of the playoff, and we are fairly close on these guys. That leaves 18 or 13 4-stars to go with the 5 5-stars and a single 3-star in a fullback recruit that we're actively getting after. And it looks like we've got a good chance to get everyone on this list, barring Conklin and what happens with Ohio State and Michigan trying to get his signature. But I predict that I'll have a pretty good time. I've got over 1,000 hours to spend, so I can go all in on each of these 6 still active recruits. After week 1, I'm getting some of my high school recruits locked in. 4-star wide receiver Stevens, 4-star defensive tackle Gardner, 4-star wide receiver Conklin signs. This is week 2. LeBourne, halfback, 4 stars. 4-star right guard Swan signs after week 3. Signing day, I know I missed on one, and it doesn't feel good because I thought I should have been pretty comfortable on this corner. The visit to Baylor helped, but I was so far ahead of them. Did not think they had any chance. They were 3rd. BYU wasn't in touching distance either. I knew the visit was going to help Baylor, but I didn't think it was going to get them anywhere near us. So that's disappointing that we missed out on that one. And that was definitely a position of need, but we get 34 in the class. So a near perfect class, good enough for 2nd. Georgia had 7 5-stars. We had 5. 23 4-stars, 6 3-stars. 5 of those were transfers, plus that fullback. But we got a 5-star quarterback, the number 1 in the class, Ezekiel, also the only quarterback in the class for us. And with our top 2 guys both leaving, Ezekiel might be a starter as a true freshman if he's 78, 79 kind of territory. Which means we're going to be down a little bit for the year with the true freshman, but obviously he would be fantastic the next year. Got a center, wide receiver, corner, and right guard that are the top players in the class for us. We were 11 points off Georgia, so well behind, but 2nd class. And 3rd straight top 5 class? Checking in on how those grades are looking these days. Championship contender, they bumped us down to 7th. Right there at the end, even though Ohio State, Penn State did not have the ratings that we had. They have prestige bonuses. Program tradition, man, that's come a long ways. We're up to 37th and on the verge of a B grade there. Campus lifestyle always locked in. Stadium atmosphere, just a solid D. We're 96th. Brand exposure, this one has worked, and we're up to 35th and a B. That's just now up to that B after this playoff. We were a B- here recently. Academic, yeah, it's bad. Conference prestige stays the same. That one doesn't change. Coach stability, for some reason they don't like us right now in that department, but 36 is fine. 27 years into the playthrough. Coach prestige back up to an A+. In fact, it's number 1. And those athletic facilities, we're up to 78th. Still haven't hit a C-. Like, what? Hey, look at this. I just learned something. All these seasons in. Read the fine print, folks. Team prestige down there, you can see says 3.5 stars. Man, you got to zoom in close on this one, and even with my glasses, I can barely read it, and my monitor's pretty freaking huge. Team prestige is the composite value of all of your my school grades. It's this. It's this page. This is why we can't get it up. Okay? Championship contender. We are consistently there. Top 10. Constantly. It's a good grade. The program tradition. That's taking forever on this one. But 14 playoff game appearances. Like, 19 conference championship appearances, 4 wins in the playoffs, 11 conference championships, 9 bowl game wins out of 30. Like, how is that not higher? What? But that's about to hit another grade level. But the campus lifestyle we can't touch. Stadium atmosphere, the team prestige is part of what's keeping it down. And again, these values haven't changed in decades. This is what's holding us back, because this D shouldn't be. This stadium, after all these years, should be full every game. Now, if we have a limit to our stadium size, the average home game attendance is only going to get so big, but our home winning percentage is more than 90%. Our home attendance percentage should be 100%. Current home win streak is 16. We've won 16 games in a row at home. That is the only value that does seem to have changed. But the team prestige is affecting it, and it's affecting the team prestige. They are both dragging each other down. We have slowly picked up the brand exposure. It's helping. The coach prestige and stability. There's another one. Like, how is the coach stability not showing higher? Job security is 100%. Years at schools, 27. Like, how many have been in the job longer than 27 years? It's not many. We've barely hit a B. Move up to the conference prestige, and if we move to the ACC or SEC, that would probably do it. We'd be sitting on 4 stars. But we can't do anything about the academics. We're one of very few programs that it has dead last on. And then again, the athletic facilities are directly tied to the team prestige. We can't raise them up without getting that 4th star. We've got 2 things directly tied to the team prestige that are 2 of the 3 things dragging down the team prestige. It's stopping it from going higher. That's a flaw. That's a flaw in the design. Right now, the only thing that could get us to go higher is to move to another conference, and I think it would instantly bring us up to that 4 stars. But at this stage, all that's going to do is make recruiting a little bit easier, but we're already recruiting incredibly well and at a 99 overall. So not sure what difference it's necessarily going to make, but at least I've finally got to the bottom of it and understand what's wrong here. Plenty of 90s still on the roster, but a couple less than what we've had the last year or 2. 4 athletes to distribute, and they look pretty good. Straight on to those training results, and we've got another 99. It's a right guard. We've also got a center at 98, a left tackle at 97, a left guard at 97, and a left guard at 95. Our line is going to be phenomenal. That is 5 linemen at a 95 or better. Halfback at 94, our right tackle at 94 to make it number 6 in the upper 90s or mid 90s. Weak side linebacker jumps to a 90, just a sophomore. We've also got a middle linebacker at 90, so we're finally back into some having some defenders that are in that 90 plus territory. It looks like we've got a center who was already kind of maxed out. He stays at a 90, but does have some improvements in like awareness. You can see tight end a 90. We're still on 90s, almost a quarter of the way through the roster. 89s get us a third of the way through the roster. 85 gets us more than halfway through the roster. 80 plus gets us pretty dang low. Add in some 79s and 78s, and we are hitting the bottom. Not a single player below a 70. A 73 is the minimum, just 2 of them. And then 75 plus from there. Pretty good roster. But with just a single quarterback now on the roster, we have 0 depth, and we have a true freshman starting. He might be a 5-star recruit, but he's only a 77 overall. But at halfback, he's going to have a lot of help. Fullback, he's going to have a lot of help. Wide receiver, plenty of help, but sad that the top guy has maxed out. 90 at tight end. We've already noticed let's skip the line. We know they're phenomenal. Left edge, 89. Right edge, 86. Defensive tackle, 90 and 89. Sam, 89. And everybody's in the... Yeah, their defense is definitely looking better than a year ago. Weak side, 4 guys at 89 plus. Corner, 4 guys at 80 plus to mid 80s. We got an 88 at free safety with an 87 backing him up. 86 at strong safety. Kicker up to an 86. Punter, and just an 80. So a little weak at punter, and definitely quarterback is a problem position this year, as we lost 2 of 3, and somehow the third one's missing. I don't know what happened to him. He wasn't a senior, so I didn't see him in the transfers, but he must have been there. Looks like I lost all 3 quarterbacks, and that threw me off because I expected 2 guys to be part of that one. We got a good one, the number 1 quarterback coming out of high school in the country, but that doesn't make him that great. Archie Manning's a great example of somebody with a ton of potential and seen as the guy, and then suddenly, while still young, thrust into the starting job. It's not going as well as he planned, or they planned, but it's going as well as I expected. And that could be the case for us. One flaw for the season: we had such a good quarterback that nobody wanted to sign for us, and then he jumped ship early for the draft, and that just threw everything off. Preseason, we are 8th in the country, and we keep our 99 overall rating despite the quarterback situation, because everything around him is so good. We have Miami of Ohio to open the season, FCS Northwest, Kent State, and Oregon State. Incredibly easy non-conference schedule this year. No major challenges in the opening part of the season, but we do get Tulane beginning of the year 18th in the rankings. They were 11-3 a year ago, 7-1 in conference. They lost to us twice, and then looks like they lost their bowl game as well. That was their first time, second, third time in a row not making the playoff for them. But that should be our only challenge this week, or this season, in the regular season anyway. At this rate, this episode's going to end up taking me like 3 days to get through, but whatever it takes. And actually, I think I'm going to be splitting it into 2 episodes. If we're going to play those games, if we're going to play the playoff games live, I think I need to do it justice and have a full episode for that. The rest of this will be a little bit shorter episode. Regardless of how we end up playing that out, I have leveled up once again, and seemingly the final time we're going to get that. I'm tempted to do something that would be immediate return. I don't think any of this is going to have any sort of current bonus, like gain XP, progress faster. All of these are next season to impact us, the elite recruit. It's all next season. So anyway, the next one in the elite recruiter, if we were playing on for many seasons, is upsell my school grades, have a larger impact on offensive line. That'll impact our recruiting class. And again, 5 positions, mathematically, percentage-wise, has a bigger impact. Another 4-0 start. Defense looks pretty good so far. Just a single 20-point game. Offensively, mixing between the 40 and 50-point range. Similar start to what we've had in past seasons, but all 4 of these were home games against pretty weak opponents. I'm questioning the abilities of our true freshman starting quarterback. He might be 5 stars. He might be good, really good, but he's still just a freshman. But all of these opponents, besides FCS Northwest, are off to good starts this season. They've all only had a loss against us and nobody else combined. Otherwise, they're 8-0. First commit of the year, 4-star right tackle Sams. I've definitely noticed a boost to lineman recruitment. Same day, left tackle Lorello. Seeing the trend. 4 stars are easier to recruit, so we do get others, including a D lineman in Hoffman. First 5-star of the class, wide receiver Gums. We also add in 4-star Bullock wide receiver. Just started recruiting our 3rd wide receiver of the class. We also got a strong safety. We never recruit anything better than a 3-star strong safety. We got a 4-star strong safety, the number 1 strong safety in the class, I believe. 4-star tight end Cashman has committed after week 8. 4-star free safety Barmore has signed. Perfect 10-0 so far. North Texas on the road was not an easy one, even though they're pretty bad, and that's, again, that worrying sign about where we're headed. Temple, struggling this season. 2 touchdowns, that's all. Oregon State, awful this year, but on the road. Just over 2 touchdowns. USF finally a comfortable one, but we've got some weak teams here that we've beaten. Got a bye, and then UAB, Tulane, Charlotte, and Tulsa to wrap up the season. Tulane has taken a loss, and it's in conference. Second 5-star of the class, quarterback Van Ginkel. Key matchup of the year, Tulane into the top 20. We've been in the top 10 all season long, currently ranked 6th. We are perfect on the season so far. Tulane have taken the one loss. Surprisingly, because they have bounced back a bit. They are a 92 overall. This is not going to be an easy game, but luckily we are at home. We take the win here. Obviously, we're setting ourselves up for a slight possibility of eliminating them with 2 conference losses, but definitely setting ourselves up for a home game matchup for the American Championship for the season, which would definitely make us favorites to win it once again. We're definitely favorites today, but if anybody's going to be able to beat us this season, it's definitely Tulane. And especially with our quarterback situation, we are vulnerable. And I do have a couple key injuries to some high 80s guys, depth chart guys, not necessarily starters, but right edge 4-star, Cisse has signed. UAB 55-0 on the road. That was a nice warm-up game to take on Tulane, where the offense really did not show up very well. Just 29 points. But the defense is a lot stronger this year. We gave up 40 to Oregon State, though. There's a difference, though, playing at home, for sure. Still, that was a big win. Only 12 points, but that was a big win, and we are now set up. Charlotte should be easy at 2-8, but Tulsa is 7-3, and we're going to be on the road for that game. I thought I had lost this one. I had it in the bag, and then a visit week came out of nowhere, pushed us into a recruiting battle against a Notre Dame who had been just barely closing the gap on us, so I thought they were gaining more than we were. It took a long time to find what his hard sale was, like kind of right down to the end. Even process of elimination wasn't getting me there. So I thought it was over. I did think it was over. But we bounced back. We got a third 5-star recruit. And at least for high schoolers, that's going to be it. 3 5-star recruits for this class. But we also added in 4-star right tackle Wiggins this week. Those linemen do come on that little bit faster. It's not like crazy fast, but it's definitely noticeably faster. Not like I've seen, like pipeline bonuses for some of the schools is insane. I've seen Georgia be 5 weeks of 50-hour recruitment behind us and pass us in a single week of recruitment. Final game of the regular season, Tulsa's only a 71 overall, but we are on the road. We should still win. 4-star halfback Busby and 4-star free safety Benavidez have committed. We add another, a defensive tackle, Muma, 4 stars. And we've managed to go 12-0. And this is a surprise. It's not Tulane in the American Championship. And in all likelihood, this is probably the school that beat Tulane, besides us, to make it 2 losses for them. Rice into the top 10. Are they undefeated? They could be. How good are they? I guess we'll find out here in a little bit. This is not the game I'm going to play live. That championship, it's a top 10 opponent, but they don't have the prestige that we're used to seeing for Tulane. You never know. A loss could knock us out, but I think we're in the playoff. Either way. Let's hope anyway. Otherwise, we definitely have to squeeze in one more season. So far, just 14 signatures. It's not the greatest we've ever had at this stage, but 3 of them are 5 stars. The rest of them are all 4 stars, and we definitely have some. We're in the heat of battle on quite a few, and we are going to lose some of these, and we have lost plenty, and make that 15. There's a 15th right there with Muma, who we just got. We just lost Falk this week. Saw that one coming, though. It was actually only 3rd in that battle, but had to stay with it. We had the hours for it anyway. The hours I have free now are from the ending of these contracts, and this guy's just broken into the top 5. These are our late stage 4-star guys, which usually the late stage ones I have no problem getting because everybody else looks for transfers. I just finish off the job on these particular high schoolers and then get the transfers. More commits. 4-star right guard May here with 2 scheme gurus. It's been going really well for us since we've been able to bring in these coaches, and both of them are very high level now, same as us, if not higher. AI seems to have that easier time coming along and leveling up than we do, but we made it there over time. A+, B+, B, high prestige now from the group, as we continue to win. Our only losses for quite a few years now have been in the playoff, besides that one rough season that we had where we went 8-5. Rice undefeated in conference. We are hosting though, and they did lose one game non-conference, so they are 11-1 overall. Their offense has definitely been weaker than ours. We are a couple points shy of where we've been, but really the rest of the game is still looking pretty standard. In fact, our passing yards is up about 20 from a year ago, where our rushing yards is down, I think, maybe 30 from a year ago. Rice is an 84 overall. Definitely not Tulane, but good enough to pull the upset, especially if they were at home for that game. I think it's pretty safe to assume that is he who managed to get that victory against them. Before jumping in, checking the injury report, we are missing 3 guys. A 93 overall right tackle, that's a big loss, but we have so much depth on the line. I think we're okay there. An 83 overall wide receiver, that's somebody pretty low on the depth chart at the position. I have an 80 overall. Ooh, I need to go check again. I had an 80 overall freshman play his 4 games through injury. He was the last one on that depth chart. Never even had a pass thrown to him. So I put him on redshirt after 4 games because the guy behind him was a 78 redshirt freshman. Redshirt freshman. Yeah, we should be fine. Middle linebacker, 90 overall. Now that one's going to hurt. That looks like he's going to miss playoff game too. We don't have that sort of depth in the defense, right? A 90 overall player or better, there's very few of those. We have commits, 4 stars, left edge, where? And we have not won the conference. We've been upset. Will we play in the playoff, or do I have to squeeze in one more season to do what I was planning for this season, which is play it live? I have to turn down the difficulty. You know that I'm not very good at the game, and now I haven't played the football games themselves personally in 2 months. I'm gonna be rusty. Don't have time to sort that one out. USC quarterback has won the Heisman this year, 4,000 yards, 46 touchdowns, 72% pass completion percentage. How in the world did we not get the Heisman in either of the last 2 years? For a second, I thought it was done providing awards and then we weren't going to get any, but we have. Tight end Corral, John Mackey Award, 740 yards, 8 touchdowns on 64 catches. And Wheeler has the Remington Award. So there we go, 2 years in a row, different linemen, same award. And we are headed to the playoff in an 8-9 matchup. Okay, well, it's on, folks. It's on. And the unlikeliest of matchups, my alma mater. We're gonna go. What a fitting way to end this. Okay, look. So I'm gonna have to turn down the difficulty a little bit, but I'm not gonna turn it down crazy low. I've managed to win games. We have a very talented team. We're gonna be missing that middle linebacker, but outside of that, we should have a fairly healthy squad going into this one, and we're the 9th seed. What a fitting path. I'm going to turn it down a little bit to give us a chance, to give myself a chance to win some games. Win or lose, though, this is going to be the end of the series. So either it's going to Autzen and Eugene and losing to my school, which would certainly be a fitting end, or I'm good enough to handle it, do it, get the win, and if I could beat Oregon, I should be able to beat anybody else and go on to the national championship. Okay, I like it. I like it. This is a good way for this to go down. This is going to be our first ever matchup against Oregon in this series. Go Ducks. I mean, go Akron. Oh, I'm so torn. That's going to do it for this episode, though, of Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.